Hello everybody, it's Ken Faulkner. I got another knife video for you. This time it is the Little Fixed Blade collection. I figured I'm getting into these things. Might as well start with the baseline because I've already got a few. Obviously, got 11 here to show you. But yeah, I think you're gonna see more of these on the channel. I've seen a lot of the channels start to show these kind of knives. Javon is definitely one of those guys that has really kind of triggered a little influence on this, a little excitement on this kind of knife. Others, Casey from Knives Fast, he's this is like one of his knives right here. And then Aries EDC, he's got some very cool stuff that he's making. And so, yeah, it seems to be kind of like a trend. I see it at the blade shows, and more of them are selling, and I'm kind of getting into it. I'm kind of digging it. So, you know, I don't know how far it'll go, but this is where it is at the moment, kind of a status point. Um, so let's go through it. It's getting kind of late, so we're gonna run through it. This is one I've had for a while, Bradford. Before I was really thinking about collecting these kind of knives, I always wanted a Bradford USA made. This is the Guardian 3. What's the blade steel on this guy? M390. Is that right? Yeah, M390. It says right there. And it's the only one here, actually. Well, not to mention the Jack Wolf, that has a leather sheath. But it is set up for that appendix carry, and that's kind of where I'm kind of carrying nowadays anyway. These little small guys. It's just a real convenient spot. I've talked about that before. Great knife. Ergos are awesome. I mean, it feels really good in the hand, and you can almost get your four fingers on it. That is the thing with these knives. Many of them, you're not really going to get that full grip. But if it's got that little swell at the back or a little finger choil at the front, it really helps to make it feel solid in your hand. Good jimping on it. Nice thick, for a small blade, it's got a nice thick spine. Just really well made. Fits good with the sheath. A little tight getting it on the belt. It's kind of wearing in over time. It's a little tight though. What else we got? Let's go with this guy. We just talked about it, so we don't really talk about it too much. Got this recently on that giveaway. So it's Swiss Tech. A lot of people were surprised about this one because it's really quite decent. D2 blade. Definitely three finger. You can see a little adjuster, little attitude adjuster on the back side, but it's kind of buried by your finger, so I don't know how well you can really use that. But yeah, feels comfortable in the hand. Good EDC. Then that's a big thing about these little knives. They're definitely more EDC than a lot of fixed blades. Most fixed blades in my, I'll carry larger ones than these on the weekends. Especially around the house or if I'm working on anything. But even out and about, nothing too big. No samurai swords out in the street. But this is kind of more of a Friday carry for me at work, and maybe some other days in the evenings. It's just cool to have a little fixed blade. This is the one that you would recognize, the Azula. This is from. I should know this one off the top of my head, but I told you, Essie Knives, of course, Essie Knives. Little guy. Cool story behind this is the cat bought it for me for Father's Day at a blade show. Of course, the cat wasn't there, but the girlfriend decided that the cat needed to get me a Father's Day present at the time, and that's what he got me. I was given a budget, and I went out and found something. And this is a cool little knife. I wasn't originally going to do the paracord wrap. I actually bought some scales to go on there, but I never ended up putting them on because it has some cool directions on how to do it. And when I put it together, it just turned out really nice. I thought it was going to be loose and all kind of falling apart, but I got it nice and tight, and it's really comfortable in the hand. So this is really the only paracord wrapped handle I have in any of my knives. But yeah, it works really well. And then you get a little bit of stuff hanging off the back. You get the forefinger on there. Get the little ant on there, Azula. Only problem with it is that it's you got this clip and you can only do it in this one direction. So it ends up being like a pocket fixed blade for me. So I'm dropping it in the front pocket and clipping this over my pant pocket, and then I just got it from there. Pull it out, put it back in, and that's the only carry option on that one because you can't rotate it. I don't know that these holes probably too small for a strap. I haven't really checked that out. I mean, I guess that's possible. But anyway, it works. It works. Next is Tim School of Fish and Very Good Knife Company. So, I really had a great time meeting both Tim and Jacob from Very Good Knife Company at the show last year. We went out to dinner. Their wives were there. My girlfriend didn't make it that year, unfortunately, because we would have had a wonderful time. I was kind of like the fifth wheel, so to speak, out of the five of us. But they're such nice people. Very good knife company. Very impressed with them. I got a knife from them, the Adventure, but it's a little bit big to be on this list. Even these are a little bit large-ish. I got the Ulti clip on this one, so this is going to be a pocket fixed blade the way it's all set up, and it works out well for that. Same kind of thing. Put it in the pocket, and you unclip it. Put the pant pocket underneath there, and then clip it down. Holds it really nice and tight, and works really well. This is the one, like I said, it was Tempest KC from Knives Fast. This is the Kubi. What's this one called? The Dust Devil. Dust Devil. Cool little knife. I mean, it gives you plenty of finger, room for your fingers. It's kind of a longer, thinner knife, but it's still very small, very EDC-able. Comes with this clip. So I'm belt carrying this one right now. Might end up getting a strap for it later on. We'll see. But yeah, it works pretty well. And yeah, I think this would be good with a strap. I kind of ran out of straps. I just used up my last one on the Sea Snake. So I'll have to pick up some more from Amazon, but they're super cheap, so that's the good side of it. Next one, Jack Wolf. First fixed blade that he came out with. He hasn't, as far as I know, I try to keep up with all his stuff, but sometimes it moves along faster than I think. First and only fixed blade so far. So this one is the Jack Wolf Midnight Fix EDC, is what he called it. Got an interesting sheath. This is the leather one, and it's ambidextrous, so you can put it in this way or you can put it in this way, and it kind of rides down on one side of the sheath. You got to kind of be careful how the tip goes. Kind of punctured this one at one point. He said he'd send me another one. I just haven't got around to asking him for it. But anyway, yeah, very cool. This one has also got a clip on it with only one direction, so I'm using it. You could put it on a belt, but I'm using it as a pocket fixed blade. That's how I carry this one. It's probably the smallest one. Well, maybe not. We got another one that's really small, but it is very small. 3-finger knife. Definitely EDC-able. Lots of things you can do with it. Of course, the hollow grind that Jack Wolf is famous for. Great steel, great fit and finish. Nice black paper micarta handles, and it's really, really nice. Fit and finish, amazing, as usual. Another one from, so this one was, I don't think I mentioned, the Snook. The first one from Tim's Blackwater Knife Co. This is the more recent one, and I think he's got a new one coming out soon, so keep an eye out for that. So this one would be the Bonefish, and so he has the model, and then he has different handle materials. This one's called the Wildfire. This one was the Fishtachio. He's definitely got a fish theme going on. You can see that the etching on this is a big step up. That's Jacob upgrading his method for marking his blades, and you can see it shows much better. This one's got an amazing hollow grind Wharncliffe look. This is an Ulti Clip style. I mean, it's from Ulti Clip, but it's very different. You kind of can put it over your belt. I wear this on the belt, or you can, yeah, it's pretty much, for me, it's a belt carry. So I'm putting it on my belt. It kind of sits in there like that, and it's just Still works for an EDC fixed blade for sure. This guy, this has got to be the littlest one, and you recognize this one. So many years ago, early in my collecting, kept seeing these on the Blade HQ videos that they would do, and I was all into those because I was really learning about what is in the market at that time. I mean, I really didn't know that much about it. CRKT, this is one of the best knives I think that they put out, is these little minimalist, I think it's an ACR steel, but yeah, it's just a tiny little cool small EDC type thing. I got this was originally a neck knife, and it definitely clips in really well, but I ended up putting the straps on there, and it just kind of tucks away. Hardly even know it's there. These finger wells are just really, I mean, they fit great in my hand. Maybe some hands don't fit as well, but when you put them in there, it just kind of locks in. And then it's got that little lanyard to kind of give you something to hold on to. It's kind of cool with some of these fixed little small ones. I think I need to experiment a little bit more with lanyards on the back of these little fixed blades. Okay, moving on, because it's getting late here. This is the Stiffy P. Funny name, super funny name, and Kung Wu. I mean, who would have thought? I don't know if they have any other fixed blades. I don't really follow everything that they put out. I managed to get this on the secondary, and yeah, very cool knife. Some crazy steel. Kung Wu's one of those companies, kind of like Spyderco. This one's got a steel called Vanadis 8. And this is the only time I've ever heard of it. I don't know, maybe it's used by other people. Maybe it's like something that like custom makers use or something like that. They seem to tend to use some kind of unusual steels. It looks really nice though. Look at the way that the light reflects off that thing. Very nice looking blade. It's great size. Definitely get all 4 fingers on there. Got that 4-finger choil type thing that locks in. It's really got that jimping here and the choil down here, and it's locked in tight. Nice little size. Clicks in really well into the sheath. That's just mandatory with these kind of blades. If it's not going to click in, it's going to be an issue. This is the one I got at Texas, and I showed it recently, so I don't really have to go over it too much. But it's AEBL. Don't have much in AEBL. Usually it's for bigger fixed blades, but this guy is forging his own stuff. He was a Forge and Fire guy. Don't really know what the name of it is. I mean, Wonder Nut is, I think it's just what the WK stands for, WK Forge, WK Forge Works. So we talked about that on the thing. It's got a little glow in there, which I know Aries is doing a lot of cool glow stuff, and so it's got the glow and the liners. I showed it on the video. If you want to see kind of what it looks like, I don't know how well it came out, but click. Very good click. Works really well with the strap. So very nice. He gave me some cordage for this. I really should well, this doesn't really have a place. So I think the cordage was for a neck knife type thing. This really doesn't have a place for a lanyard, so I don't really have that option on this one. And last, the one we just did an opening on, and I still haven't carried it yet, but yeah, this one feels really good in the hand. And I just heard so much about it, and I wanted it for so long, and I just kept putting it off because I was more into the folders. But now, I'm kind of moving this direction, and it's a good price too. What is this guy running at? Where's the cutlery? $38.90, so under $40. Very thin. I'm sure it's super slicey. It's got a great pinch grip. You got great finger choils here. Feels great in the hand. It's a very thin handle, but it just locks in. You know, that's what I'm all about. Having that good jimping up here for the thumb and a good choil on a knife that's where I'm gonna just be hanging out for sure. But you know, I'm sure I'll do some pinch stuff, all different kinds of cuts. This thing is probably sharp as heck. I haven't really cut anything. How about we cut something, huh? We're trying to get through this, but I think we can cut some paper, right? I mean, there's always time to cut some paper out of the Spyderco catalog. kind of a quick little rip, but we'll see how this thing goes. I will be super surprised if it's not super sharp and cutting that paper like it's not even there. Yep, it feels really good, guys. Nice and slicey, so slicey. Flat grind, but it's just thin blade stock, and yeah, it just cuts. That tip is just, you probably want to be careful about it. I could see that because it's so thin, but it'll go right in that paper, slides right on through. So yeah, I think if girlfriend tries this one out, she's gonna like it. She always likes those ones that cut through the paper really nice. Let's try one more. Yep. All right, guys, that's it. That's the collection right now, and I'm excited. I got one that was kind of recommended to me, a knife maker. I'm thinking about checking out. I've looked at their website, but I got a little bit of cash flow at the moment, so yeah, this is a big crazy looking pile now. Didn't keep it neat, paper all over the place. That's it, guys. That's where I am right now. So see what happens after Blade Show and maybe another year or so. I might be filling this table up with these little guys. Who knows? Or I might just move on to the next thing. You know, I got ADHD with knives, so you know, sometimes things stick around. Sometimes I just bounce. That's the way it is. All right, guys. Always fun to hang out with you guys, and I will see you on the next one.